to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 408. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're back with our 5th Merry Fistmas episode. Now hit our theme song! Ho, 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 Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
We are back. What is going down?
Whole bunch is going down. We're back for our 5th Merry Fistmas, the Gruuling Christmas, the tradition here on CCO. We've got wine and eggnog outside. You got your festive Christmas sweater on. I forgot mine. That is hideous also.
Oh, yeah, it's
and
fantastic.
And you know that if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, because Joe works really hard to get us looking good.
I think he's been making you red now because it's the season.
Oh, I like that. Also, it's the color of rage.
Yes, which we
rage.
will talk about today because we are playing a dirty, stinking, rotten, aggro, pound face, double damage, and also combo deck.
What else would we be doing for Merry Fistmas? We're going to tell you all about it. But before we get to that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs, as well as Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They make beer, and they're the second coolest thing to come out of Regina.
Yes, very much so. Next to our good friend Keel.
Correct.
Which we're going to see late January for the thing. So here's the thing. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Go to FusionGamingOnline.com.
Correct.
Put a bunch of stuff in your shopping cart.
The best thing to do.
And it could be like gaming supplies, sealed, singles, Yu-Gi-Oh, dice,
paints,
board. They don't got paints, but board games, D&D stuff.
Ooh.
Okay, so you got all that stuff in your shopping cart.
Okay, yeah.
Then
yeah.
What you do is at the checkout,
yep.
There's a little field where you can enter in like a promo code. CCO Summer.
What does that do, Ryan?
5% off everything you're gonna buy, including their deal of the week stuff, and they ship worldwide. They do. I mention it because people ask me all the time, does Fusion ship to the land of the free?
Why wouldn't they?
Come on. Does Fusion ship overseas? Come on.
It's the mail.
Does Fusion ship to Australia? Come on. They ship everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
They ship everywhere. You're going to buy the stuff anyways. You might as well pay less money. 2 reasons that's important. A, everything's frickin' expensive everywhere on the planet right now, and the exchange rate is shit.
Yeah, so if you live not here, you can get stuff from here for less money than usual.
Yes, and you get a discount on that in addition.
Yeah.
That's the first reason. Everything's important. You better get a discount on the stuff that you're going to buy. Second
Correct.
thing, it's frickin' Christmas. You're giving Christmas presents to your friends, family, loved ones. If you don't have those, maybe you're going to give them to yourself, which is okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you got to take care of yourself, too. And by sometimes, I mean most of the time.
Yes. I was just going to say, I actually just made an order to round out a significant portion of the remaining stuff that I need for my Lord of the Rings collection.
Nice.
Yeah, did it at Fusion. Used CCO Summer, got a big old discount.
I got a Galta.
You got a Galta? Mm-hmm. Well, we'll have to see if Galta's in today's list. Some podcasting business before we get to it, though, and we got a little bit ram through it because we actually have a Christmas gift to open from a listener.
Oh yeah, I showed that. It's right here.
Yeah, check it out. Uncle Brando's got some scissors because these are impossible packages to get into. Don't crinkle it on. That's going to sound terrible.
Scissors.
CC Opener Jr.
Scissors, he says. Come on.
Oh man, somebody is going to have to edit this. Either you or Joe.
There we go. I'm a professional.
Okay, this is from David Hodgkin Jr. And it looks like it's sound panels like the ones that are behind us. I hope you didn't cut them.
No, I definitely didn't. I'm a professional at this.
Oh, and a note, but we're not going to read it on the air because it's really freaking long.
It is really long.
Oh,
look at that.
Whoa, look at these.
They're sound panels for our room.
The CCO studio is going to get an upgrade. I can't see
Wait, I want this one. I want to put it in my room. I'll bet you it'll glow under my black light.
Those are
cool.
Frickin' cool.
Those are cool as hell. Again, another reason to watch on YouTube, so you can see all the neat shit.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you what they are. You have to watch on YouTube.
Man, this is cool. And in case the little brand opener didn't work, I also brought this crazy fork I found.
The brand orc.
Oh yeah, like I was ready, man. I was
CC orc. There it is.
I was prepared.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Hodgskin.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That's really cool, my guy. That's really neat. 7 out of 10. Totally medium.
Does yours say that too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's super awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh,
That's
cool.
really cool. And it looks like something that maybe somebody made with their hands or maybe not.
Well,
I
those
don't
are the
know.
best kinds of presents.
Those are the best
Come
presents
on.
that you can get. Yes.
Freaking cool and useful.
Anybody can spend money on something. Spending time is very impressive.
Oh, yeah, I don't got lots of that stuff.
No, I don't
Or
either.
money either.
I have neither of those things, but hey.
If anybody wants to help with that conundrum for your good friend Ryan and Uncle Brando, they can go to patreon.com/CCO Podcast. Couple bucks every show, or you could set a limit per month and you can help the show out. The main reason to go there, of course, is the CCO Discord.
Yes.
Best community in all of Magic. We will fight somebody if they say otherwise.
Oh, I hope somebody says otherwise.
Yeah, just so we can prove the superiority of the nation.
And here's where I want it to happen. In front of the shit fountain in Chicago. Because there's nothing that I would like more than to throw somebody into a shit fountain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, number two reason to become a patron.
Yeah.
CCO nickname.
Right.
Of which we have one that we have to give out in a second.
Okay.
Number three reason.
Okay.
Number three reasons you can go to Patreon and you can listen ad-free to any of the Commander Cookout Media Group shows anytime. That is Commander Cookout, Commander ad Populum, Deep Dive Observations with Mac, working title, but we know what that means, and or Lessons from CEDH with John, those last two starting in January. So those are going to be fantastic. We've got a nickname to give. I'm going to pound through this because we actually have a spice calculator for today's episode. We haven't done one of those in a long time.
Jesus.
Like a spice rum calculator.
Yeah.
We're going to do that. So the first one is a thank you to Machine Gun Jimmy.
Oh, yeah. I love that guy.
He went over to coffee.com/Commander Cookout and pledged a couple bucks to buy Uncle Brando a beer.
Oh, thanks, man. He lives in Alaska.
Yes, I'm betting that all of the beer in Alaska is frozen. And he's like, well, somebody's got to drink it. We're going to give some.
I'll bet it's good, though.
Sure. Probably tastes like iceberg water and what else do they have in Alaska?
Whales?
Penguins?
Bears?
No, they don't got penguins there. Bears,
They have
yes.
whales and bears. And
Yes.
Bob Ross doesn't live there because he's dead.
Yes.
But he was from there.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. Well, we're going to have some Bob Ross beers
Yeah.
or something. They just got like afro hair in them. Oh, gross.
Oh, is this afro hair or a pube?
Oh,
I can't
man.
tell.
Oh, it's authentic Bob Ross. Where do they source it from? You don't want to know.
Man, can you imagine if they made an alcohol with just a famous guy in the barrel and then they just made the booze around the body
Oh,
the
like
whole
tequila
time?
with like worms in it, you know?
Yeah, except it's a person.
Frick.
And like everybody, oh lol, this is so funny. It's got like Matthew Perry in it. This is hilarious.
Too soon.
And then it turns out that the whole thing, like that Friends rum, it turns out it actually had Matthew Perry in the barrel the whole time. And all the like Friends simps that like bought it and kept it and like drank it.
That's like
They're
people
like,
who buy
"Oh,
bathwater from cam girls.
Yeah, exactly. Except you don't know. So like you can't even make tea out of it. So the trick is you got to buy their bathwater and some of their underwear and then you make tea.
I don't know.
I don't know why I know that.
We exist on the internet, and things that happen on the internet are on the internet.
That's true. We are aware of them sometimes.
Yes. Okay, I have another patron that we have to thank.
Oh, okay.
And you knew who this was from Screen Name.
I did.
I was going to make fun because it's got a 1 at the end, indicating that somebody else had that name before he got it. I was going to make fun of him so hard, but you know who this is.
I do.
Full Metal Scars 1.
That's our boy Ben. Big Ben.
Who knew?
Benjamin, if we call him. He's from here.
He's from here, yeah, and he wanted to become a patron, support the show. He must like the content.
You're going to see him on an upcoming Sidewalk Slam.
Yes,
Which I assume you've been enjoying for the last at least week or maybe more. I don't know.
Ish, yeah.
And it's going to be great.
Yep.
And Ben's a good guy. I'm not sure why. I think he calls himself that because he was in like a car rollover and the car like rolled down an embankment going onto an overpass.
Oy.
And like he had to have one of those cones.
Yes.
And then he had like
those halo
the
things
halo
in his
scars
head,
on
yeah.
his head. He was wearing the halo the first day I met him.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he look like a robot?
No, he just rolled in. He just looked like a guy in a halo. And I was like, working with my buddy Dan, and I was like, "Hey Dan, look at this fucking guy." And it's like, "Yeah, that's my brother, man. He was just in a car accident. I told you about it."
You're gonna say, yeah, that's my brother.
I was like, "Oh, damn it. Oh, shit."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
good on you. Maybe he's still got it. He can wear it on Sidewalk Slam.
Do they let you keep that stuff? Like, they make you buy your own crutches. Do you think they make you buy your own head brace?
You know what? He's frick, man.
You have to buy your own wheelchair?
Hey,
Like-
listen, I guess we shouldn't complain because, frickin' healthcare and stuff. But you go and get surgery, like you go and get like spinal cord surgery, and it's free. It doesn't cost you nothing. But then they're like, yeah, it's $24 for crutches, bro.
Yeah. Or you need a wheelchair?
Oh, yeah, $5,000.
That's a nice car you got there. You want to trade the keys in for this wheelchair that you need?
Yes.
Yeah, Canada, right?
Yeah. Well, still, we can't complain.
Yeah, well, we can. And we do. And we should.
And we do, yeah, we
Because
do.
everything can always be better. Even if there's somebody out there doing it worse, that doesn't mean that we're doing it the best, which means we can be better.
Yes. Yes.
Always room to improve.
Speaking of better.
Okay.
Speaking of better. You're talking about the Matthew Perry ice wine or whatever?
What do they make in a barrel? What do they age in?
Well, hey, I was going to say, speaking of better, better than the Matthew Perry ice wine is Pile of Bones. I wanted to mention because we mentioned Sidewalk Slam. They are the official sponsors, and we do enjoy drinking that beer. And you should drink it too.
Rum. Rum is in a barrel.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Rum and whiskey and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. See,
And you can flavor beer with old whiskey barrels. And they do that at Pile of Bones.
But they'd probably dump out whatever is in the barrel
Yes,
first.
yes,
So
yes,
you
yes.
wouldn't be able to get any like physical Matthew Perry drippings in your beer.
Drippings, yes, like gravy.
Man, this is some Jeffrey Dahmer shit we're getting into.
Yeah,
We're like a true
yeah.
crime podcast now.
Podcast?
Yes.
and a progressive rock band podcast. Progcast. Oh, man, we're on it today.
It must be Christmas.
Speaking on it, we've got, I want to call it last week's winner, but at this point, we have no idea.
Yeah, who knows when
Who
it
knows
was.
who guessed what show is out. This person either guessed the 12th Doctor and Clara Oswald, or O'Hare Axonil, or what else did we...
It was the 12th Doctor.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it the last one?
It was the 12th Doctor. Because I know who this is.
This winner?
Yep.
How do you know? You seen it?
I know who it is. You tell them who it is, and then I'll tell you who it is.
I think I know who it is too, but I got to read it because I just see it and recognize the word. I don't know what the word is.
Now he has to read the word.
Frick.
I think I even know what
Hey,
this
we're
word
pretty
is.
good at this.
Okay, all
Like Western Canadians in terms of language and reading other languages, we're pretty good at this.
All right.
This isn't the word. Okay. This is Onesu 8560.
That is Japanese, believe it or not, for 5-color mono white angel Aaron.
Aha, I knew it was
That-
5-color mono white angel Aaron, and I know that he can speak some Japanese or all.
Oh, some. I think it's closer to all, and here's why I think that. One, he's an astronaut, and they're super smart.
Yep.
And two, he's going to Japan with a bunch of his buddies in a couple of weeks. He's going to be there over Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's
He
super
didn't tell me
exciting.
that the other day. I seen him.
Well, maybe you need to see him for longer so it like builds up to that.
Yes,
Also, as of like today, the physical today that we are living in temporally right now, he's playing in like the store championship event for playing standard at our local game store.
Oh, do you think he's going to get one of those Sauron of many colors promos that I need for my Lord of the Rings collection?
I mean, it's possible.
I need one of those. Yeah.
He's playing an established deck, but we couldn't cobble together all the cards he needed, so we had to throw in some like meta game tech. So hopefully that'll serve him well.
Oh, good. Wow.
And he's playing red, so you know it's good. I blended in some Solfims and some kind of Chandra that copies spells. I don't know what the hell, but
Oh, man. Sounds like he doesn't know what he's doing.
sounds like yeah, man.
Sounds like he's trying to play Commander.
A lot of things that cost 6. I was lending that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, we talked about Sidewalk Slam. We thanked the business daddies and the beer daddies. That's what I'm calling them now.
Sure.
We
Beer uncle.
the beer bunkle. We gave away a booster pack or a pack of magic, whatever mono white 5-color angel Aaron wants. Probably you'll get a booster pack at the LGS and you'll give it to him.
I could do that.
You could do that. But anyways, we have a deck.
We do.
And I don't know, give him a read. This is sent in our 5th Gruuling Christmas. The first one that isn't something that you've put together, right?
I think so, yeah. I'm letting somebody else do it because I was way too busy to build one this early in the season.
Yes. Yeah, we are, again, recording in advance. Okay, so this is T Mager Magnum PPBR.
Oh, that's our homie from Norway? Sweden. I knew that they were from some kind of Norwegian country.
Yes, some of the country where all the countries together look like the head of a goat.
What is that area called?
Scandinavia.
There we go. I can never remember that word, and I have already forgotten that word.
There you go.
The name of this commander, however, is Itzquinth, Firstborn of Gishath.
Not close.
Wait,
but everybody knows.
Firstborn of Gishath.
Yes, sounds like kiss ass.
That's what I say.
That's the joke. Got it.
Exactly. And her mama's on the card, but roll over that goddamn whatever that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Itzquinth is a 2/3 with haste for red and green. Whenever it enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature.
Okay, so when Itzquinth
Yep.
enters the battlefield,
Yes.
we pay 2.
Yep.
When we do, target dinosaur we control
Yep.
deals damage equal to its power
Yep.
to another target creature.
Yeah, so flavorfully, here's what's happening. Because this guy's kind of a funny haircut.
Yes.
And he's kind of got a weird-looking bod. Like, I don't like to body shame people, but, like, really look at this dude, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at the alt art. He's got, like, a weird paunch. And
like
his,
loose skin.
yeah, like he's real saggy.
It looks like he's wearing a vest, but it's made out of skin, like he lost a bunch of weight.
But, like, it's hit. Yeah, like he was
Good
a big
on him,
fat-
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if he probably got surgery to lose weight that fast. Like, he's
Well,
really
no, he
wrinkly.
needs surgery now to tighten up his skin.
Okay, so
Yeah,
surgery into surgery.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, his mom's queen of the dinosaurs. Like, he's gonna
He's probably
get
got
it.
some money, yeah.
Right, yeah. So anyways, so he pops into the field, the area, and everyone goes, ha, look at that loser. And then another dinosaur, like, comes out of the forest and punches that guy in the face.
Just pummels him into dust.
Yes, for making fun of the, like, funny-looking little guy.
Yes.
He's like, I'm going to tell my mom on you. My dad's going to beat you up. That's what he says.
Yes.
And then since he doesn't know who his dad is, because Gishath gets around, the other ones, whatever his dad is that week comes out and fights
Tell her
him.
that, hey?
No.
Nope.
I shan't.
Nope, I'm
I
good.
shan't be doing that.
I'm
and you
good.
know what? I don't judge her for it anyway. She's an autonomous, independent female. I'm not going to tell her what to do.
Yeah.
Do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Itzquinth could have a father figure. We don't know. Maybe he has many father figures, and that's okay too.
He's got, let's see here. We've got
Are we going to start doing stuff
17 father figures in this deck. Well, here's the thing. We've got T Mager's deck, and I want to say it's separated, or we can go down 3 kind of lines with this deck.
Uh-huh.
We can do the dinosaur aggro thing that dinosaurs are wont to do, which is
Pretty good.
just hit people like for 7 every time you attack with each individual creature you control.
Yep.
Which is lots.
That's fine.
When you have 6 or 7 creatures.
That's medium. It's fine.
You could do some kind of like I don't know, mid-range, long game kind of burn where you build up, and then boom, cast maybe 2 or 3 spells in a turn to deal like 100 damage. And that's just like playing the control game, staying alive, and then killing everybody all at once.
Yep.
Or we can just dirty, stinking, rotten, frickin' infinite combo in a couple different ways.
Yes.
So this deck is going to do all 3 of those things. And it's got this little thing called a 2-mana commander, which is always more powerful than people think.
The people never give them enough credit.
No. And you know what? Before we switch to cards, when we've got it separated into custom categories, we've got claimed territories. There's 41 of them. That is the land, plus that's the mana rocks. So I'm going to go over the mana rocks real quick here, or like the ramp. We've got a bunch of land, then we've got a wild growth, a rampant growth, utopia, sprawl. Those are like
Enchantments to make your things tap for more.
Yeah, except for rampant growth, but everybody knows that one. Soul Ring, and that's kind of it because we've got a couple other things in different categories that are going to help us make mana.
Yes.
So not a whole ton of ramp for a dinosaur deck, but
Ramp is for losers anyway.
there's a bunch of things that are important to the strategy that don't cost lots of mana.
Yeah.
And with Itzquinth,
Itzquish
combo, as long as you have a couple 2, 3, or 4 drops, you don't need lots of mana.
No.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah.
So let's kick over to cards, and then we'll go to maybe we'll start with the dinosaurs, hey?
I agree.
Okay, we'll start with the dinosaurs.
Okay, our dinosaurs today are arranged according to price, starting with the cheapest all the way up to the most priciest. So starting with the cheapest D-Daddy, we got Earthshaker Dreadmaw.
Bro, this card's good.
This is a fairly decent card.
And it's kind of like a evolution of a meme, hey? Because Dreadmaw Colossus or whatever.
Colossal Dreadmaw.
Colossal Dreadmaw. Anyways, this is a 6/6 for 6 with trample. Enters the battlefield, draw a card for each dinosaur you control.
Each other dinosaur you control.
Yeah.
So if he's the only one, he don't do shit.
Yeah, but remember, we got Itzquinth, we got like 3 and 4 and 5 drop dinosaurs. If we go the dinosaur beat face route, this guy's going to draw us like 4 cards
That's pretty good.
for a 6/6 trampler.
Yeah, and you have a 6/6 trampler at the end of it as well. Speaking of 3-drop dinosaurs, we have a Death Gorge Scavenger.
Cool art on this guy. He looks mean, hey?
That's when you find a dead body and you like look at the butt and you're like,
I'm going to
should
eat that
I?
whole ass.
And then you think, no, I'm better than that.
No, this guy don't. He doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't.
And if
give a
anybody
shit.
makes fun of them, he'll eat them too.
Fair enough.
Yep, he's a 3/2 for 3. When he attacks, you may exile cards from your graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, you gain 2 life. If a non-creature is exiled this way, he gets +1 until end of turn.
Creature from an opponent, or creature from a graveyard.
Graveyard, yeah, sorry.
Creature gain life, not creature get big.
Yeah.
Rampaging Raptor. This is a good one.
It's a 4-drop dinosaur, so we went 3 into 4 right after we did the Earthshaker Dreadmaw, right?
Sure.
So 4/4 for 4, trample haste, already good. You can pay red 2, he gets +2 until end of turn. When he deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls.
Or battle, but
who
nobody have you?
I read that part in my head and then just didn't even read it.
Do you have
out
a
loud.
single battle in any deck you currently own?
I don't, but I have played against a few.
I have 2. I've got
You got 2?
I've got one that I'm going to cut as soon as I find a card that does 3 damage to all creatures that's foil.
Yep.
And then the other one I have because I don't have the ultimatum, the search creature ultimatum. Finale of Devastation. I don't have one of those in foil for Eevee, so I play the battle one instead.
You play the when it flips, you search.
No, when
or
it
when
comes into play, it search.
ETBs search and then it flips into like an 8/7. All your guys deal damages or they're not blocked.
That's the
That's
one.
the one, right? That's
Yeah.
a dinosaur, isn't it?
Maybe.
I think it is.
I don't know.
Who knows? Battles never flip.
Who can say? Yeah, exactly. I've never seen the other side before.
Yeah.
Regal Behemoth.
Regal Behemoth. That is if you're the monarch, all your mana has double.
Yes, and when he comes into play, you become the monarch.
Sure, 5/5 for 6 trample.
What is this? Ancient Imperiosaur. That's a hell of a picture. That is a...
Yeah. I play
like
this
that.
one. This is a good card. Okay, so this is 6/6 for 7, which sounds terrible. Trample, ward 2, Ancient Imperiosaur enters the battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters for each creature that convoked it, and it got to convoke. So if you have 7 guys convoke this, it's a 13/13 trample ward 2.
It's more than that.
Oh yeah, it's way more than that.
If you have 7 guys, it'd be a 20/20 trample ward 2.
Yes, that's what I meant.
That's fine. You know what? That's just fine. That's
You know what
fine.
I'm going to convoke this guy with?
What?
Frickin' vehicles that are creatures. That's terrible use of my vehicles. Anyways,
Death Mist Raptor.
D-Mist Raptor. Do not Google D-Mist. This is a 3/3 Death Touch. Whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, who cares? This is a 3/3 for 3.
Yeah, that's Megamorph.
I'm not
Who
even.
cares?
It's okay. So it's a 5/5 for 87
for
because you got to
for 100. Yeah, Cockla and Yidaro.
Ooh, this is an ape dinosaur turtle, and they're covering all their bases with them creature types.
Yeah, buddy.
7/7 when it 7/7 for 7. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. It gains trample and haste until end of turn.
That's fine.
That's fine. It fights target creature you don't control.
Also fine.
Yeah, probably going to win that fight because it's a ape dinosaur turtle. Or not or. Those are the 2 choices.
Yes, you can do one of those 2 things.
Yes, you could also pay Gruul and 2 and discard it. Destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Shuffle Cockla and Yidaro into your library. Then draw a card.
That's neat.
I think
guess.
that's good because you get the card back. You got to pay for, but you get the card back.
There's a hypothetical possibility that you could just draw it again.
Yes, or search for it again if you need it as a removal spell, like a fight spell, or another draw card, destroy an enchantment spell, right? Like
Basically kills everything but land. It kills players, it kills creatures, it kills enchantments, it kills artifacts, it does everything.
what if they got artifact land?
What's dead now?
Yeah.
Huh?
Seeded the Synod, no more.
How Thrasta Tempest's Roar.
Oh, bro, I almost built this deck. So it's a 7/7 for 12. I like it already. Costs 3 less for each spell you've cast this turn. So it's got like Storm, cost 3 less, right? Mm-hmm. Trample Haste, trample over Planeswalkers.
So if it F's up a Planeswalker, the extra damage F's up that Planeswalker's little buddy.
Yeah, I wish trample just worked like that, but
Me
it
too.
don't. Anyways, Thrasta Roar, hexproof as long as you cast it, or as long as it ETB this turn.
I'd rather play Galta than this, like old Galta. Like the 12/12 for 2.
Yes.
Because this one seems like a lot of work.
This one does, but remember, if we're comboing with Itzquinth, this is going to cost green, and it has haste.
I guess that's haste.
So-
All right. Classic dinosaurs next. The next 3 of them. Ripjaw Raptor.
If it's dealt damage, draw a card, 4/5 for 4.
Runic Armasaur.
Whenever an opponent activates an ability of a creature or land that isn't a mana ability, draw a card, 2/5 for 3.
Topiary Stomper.
Oh, bro, I play this one too. 4/4 for 3 with Vig. Enters the battlefield, get a land, put it onto the battlefield tapped. Can't attack unless you got 7 or more lands. Don't care. I crew vehicles with it.
Now we have
This Tranquil Throwback. That's a classic too.
Tranquil Thrillback. Oh,
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
a
Thrillback.
That's a hard one to say. Hey?
I'm happy with what I said.
Okay, 3/3 for 3. Look at all these cheap dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I'm liking the trend of cheaper dinosaurs to actually have an early and mid game,
Yep.
and then beat face with big dinosaurs or combo late game.
Man, when I was trading these things into the store, they were like 25 cents, and now they're $3.
Tranquil Thrillback, 3/3 for 3 dinosaur. When it enters the battlefield, you may pay green up to 3 times. When you pay this cost 1 or more times, choose up to that many of these things.
Okay.
Okay. Destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Sick.
Okay. Exile target player's entire graveyard.
Sure.
Gain 4 life.
Meh.
Don't care. This guy's at 3/3 for 5. Get a graveyard, get an artifact or enchantment. That's
Correct.
really good.
Yes.
Like, get 2 things and a 3/3 for 5 mana.
That's not bad.
This card's good because versatility, right?
Versatility is usually good.
Versafrility.
Oh, Versathrillity.
Oh, yeah. Tranquil Versafrility.
Wayward Sword Tooth.
Waywee, Swordy, Toothy. This is the one I wanted from the pre-show.
Yes.
If anybody's got one of these, your good friend Ryan would love to receive it as a Christmas present. It's like $3, but the couple places I frequent, couple places I haunt, out of stock. Yeah.
It's a 5/5 for 3. Play an additional land on each of your turns. Can't attack or block unless you have the city's blessing, which means at some point while this is in play, you have to have 10 permanents.
Sure, easy.
Rampaging Ferocidon.
3/3 players can't gain life menace for 3. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, Raging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller.
That thing's a badass. I like that.
This is a whenever another creature enters the battlefield.
Oh yeah, it's a non-bow with some of our stuff.
It's a non-bow with our combo.
Yes. Non-bow comp. No, it is.
Non-bow with our combo.
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
we've,
is.
We've done it.
Yes, we have. I've heard this next one's on the chopping block in an eternal format that isn't Commander. Trumpeting Carnosaur. It sounds like my ass.
I was just going to make an ass joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carnosaur. Yeah, it's sore, all right.
It's trumpeting also.
Yes.
Trumpeting kinda sore.
Trumpeting, very sore, and Bernie.
Oh.
Okay, so
yikes.
this is a 6-mana dinosaur, 7/6 trampler. You can go red 2, discard it to deal 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. So it's removal.
Yep.
And when it enters the battlefield, discover 5. That is like Cascade.
But if you don't want to cast the thing, you can put it in your hand instead.
Yes. So you when this ETBs, you reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a 5-drop or less, and you can cast it without paying its mana cost. This is a new ability.
Yeah.
If you don't want to cast it, it goes into your hand. You draw it. and probably you'll hit another dinosaur or something.
Probably something.
So this is like a 2-for-1 dinosaur, right?
Yeah.
I should play this guy in my Cascade deck. How come I don't?
I don't know. Because he doesn't cascade?
He's $9. I don't want to spend that much money.
Itali Primal Conqueror.
Oh, this is like one of the number one commanders apparently of all year this year. This is a 7/7 for 7 Tramsky Elder Dinosaur. And when he enters the battlefield, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. You may cast any number of spells from the cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs.
Neat.
So this is like a 4-for-1, 3-for-1,
And then
4-for-1.
And then you can play 9 and 2 life to flip him over into an 11/11 trampling, indestructible with, I believe that's some kind of shitty infect, right?
Yeah, he'll do toxic damage to you in the form of 11 toxics.
Yes.
And
So if he hits
die.
you, you get 11 poison counters.
Oh no,
yeah, when he deals combat damage to a player, they get that many poison counters.
that many poison counters.
So
Yes.
he does damage and poison counters.
Yes.
Unlike those bitch-ass infect cards. Last dinosaur is the Bone Horde Dracosaur.
5/5 flying first strike for 5, $28. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. Sure. If you exile the land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If you exile non-land card this way, create a treasure.
That's pretty good.
So if you get a land, you get a 3/1.
Yep.
So you still get paid off if you've already played land this turn to cast this guy.
Yep.
Right? And if you get a non-land, you're just ramping.
And at this point in the world, Ryan said it was $28. That's for regular or foil. Thank you, collector boosters.
There we go.
What sections would we remove? Let's do the removal-y stuff next. Do we have any of that?
Yeah, well, we've got predatory advantage. So this is like
Assert dominance. That's the removal stuff.
ass hurt dominance. Let's do that.
Ass hurt dominance. We're going to start with Bone Crusher Giant.
Not a dinosaur, but you can stomp on his adventure. It's an instant for red 1, deals damage can't be prevented, and it deals 2 damage to any target. Then when you cast him, he's a 4/3 for 3. When Bone Crusher Giant becomes the target of a spell or ability, he deals 2 damage to that spell's controller.
This is important for 2 reasons. One, it's a pretty big dude that can do blocking and punching, but also the damage can't be prevented this turn can really sneak around somebody who goes, lol, fog, nice all out. And you go,
no.
lol, takes 2.
Tef's protection.
Oh, even better.
This gets around that.
Doesn't it say your life total can't change?
Oh, your life total can't change.
Yeah.
It gives you protection from everything, which would prevent damage, but your life total can't change.
Yeah.
Can your life total change in Everybody Lives? Or does that say players can't lose?
You just can't lose.
Frick.
Yeah.
Well, you can take damage.
I don't think so. You mustn't be able to.
Oh, man. Well,
either way, Bone Crusher Giant is sneaky and very good. Next up, Cindervines.
Oh, I was going to say next up is like your favorite card, but that's a couple cards from now. Give Cindervines a read.
Cindervines is an enchantment for red and 2. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to them, and you can pay 1 and sack it to destroy target artifact or enchantment, and it deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. This is fine. This is good.
Yes, it's an enchantment though, so it's like it's doing like a bunch of stuff that enchantments don't usually do.
So it's doing all kinds. And then we got a Chaos Warp.
That's a
and
removal
K-Grip.
spell. That's a removal spell.
And then we got what else we got for regular stuff? We got a Blasphemous Act.
Oh, baby.
We're gonna
that card. We'll come back to that one.
Yeah. And Vandal Blast.
Yep.
Those are regular things. We have a Smoke.
Ooh.
That's a new one.
Each creature can only. Okay, so here's the old school text from like Revised. Each player can only untap 1 creature during his or her untap step.
And it's an enchantment for red.
So you can untap 1 guy.
It seems strange in a deck like this, but it's pretty good.
It costs red, so you play it on 2, and it shuts off like multiple mana dorks, and it shuts off early game commander beats. It shuts off just general attacks. It shuts off token strategies.
And as someone who's actually played this card before, I'm here to tell you, they will remove this.
Yes.
You will not be held under this for a long time. Somebody will kill it for you. Guaranteed. One of my favorite cards ever.
Baby.
In Decimate. It's a sorcery for red and green and 2. It's a sorcery, says destroy target artifact, target creature, target enchantment, and target land.
You know what's my favorite thing? Because you need 4 targets for this to resolve.
What's that?
Okay, so you cast Decimate on my creature. That's the thing that you target.
Yeah.
Is my creature.
Yeah.
I have a creature. like a different creature or a disenchant, and I target in response the enchantment that you targeted. So now you don't have 4 legal targets and your spell doesn't resolve.
That's sucky.
That's some Grinchy shit right there.
Doesn't it do as much as it can in order? Because that's how Searing Blaze worked.
Not this one. This one's like Hex. If you don't got 6 creatures, you're hexed.
Sucky.
Heckin' Hex. Deck and Decimate. Just, hey, real quick. Everybody lives. All creatures gain hexproof and indestructible at end of turn. Players gain hexproof till end of turn. Players can't lose life. Frick. Anyways.
Yeah, there we go.
Sure.
City on Fire.
City on Fire. Okay. This is red, 5.
Jesus.
Uncle Brando likes it already.
I do.
Convoke, though.
Okay.
So each guy you got makes it cost less. Your guys turn into mana dorks for this. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals tripski. I almost said double. Triple that damage.
Triple that damage. Oh, man.
Okay, so here's what I was going to say. We're a combo deck. If we're going infinite, why do we need double infinite? That doesn't make sense. But
well, sometimes just want to hit somebody with Squish Mitt.
If we, that's his new name, Squish Mitt. If we're not going infinite, we're going Dinosaur Beat, or if we have future all-stars that we're going to showcase in this deck.
Yes.
Sometimes doing 6 or 8 or 12 is better than doing 2.
Yes.
When you're not going infinite.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll just have to keep this in mind then.
This is a science math fact from CCO. 6 or 8 or 12 or 20, all those numbers, bigger than 2.
Yes. Important.
Perfect. Yep. Next up, we have a Pyroblast.
Yeah, counters a green or a whatever.
I'm not sure we've played Spiteful Banditry yet.
Oh, no, but I want to. Okay. Enchantment. This is another enchantment that does like non-enchantment kind of things.
It's very strange.
Enchantment for red, X. When it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to each creature. So that's kind of like an earthquake.
Yep.
It's a sweeper,
That's
right?
exactly an earthquake.
Yep.
Well, not an earthquake, but you know what I mean.
Whenever one or more creatures your opponents control die, you create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn.
See, so now we've seen that they're willing to print that on cards from Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Why didn't they put it on Orcus Bowmasters?
Orky B?
Yeah. Why did they put it on this and not Orcish Bowmasters? Why did Orcish Bowmasters get a super sweet extended art piece, whereas this one's like the top of a guy's head and a bridge?
The scene version of this card's not very good.
It is the worst.
They look good when you put them all together. It looks kind of like a Renaissance painting.
It sure does. And then when you take out the Spiteful Banditry part to play it, it looks like a piece of crap. Seed time.
Seed time. Play seed time only during your turn. Well, that's the only time I ever play instants because I'm good at Magic. Oh, man, I suck. I always mention it, too. I say, I guess I'll play this instant during my main phase because I'm an idiot. Okay. Green, 1. Take an extra turn after this one if an opponent played a blue spell this turn.
So if they counter your shit, you own them.
Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty specific. I don't know why that card's in here.
Because it's awesome.
Okay, so that's $8.50 for that card. Look at the foil price.
$89.99.
Yeah, fucking $90 because it's from Judgment.
Yeah, Judgment foils, baby. Now, everybody should remember this guy. We talked about him a little while ago in O'Hare Asanil.
O'Hare Ass Anal. 4/4 for 4. God. Trampsky. If a red source you control would deal an amount of damage less than O'Hare Ass Anal's power to an opponent, that source deals damage equal to O'Hare Ass Anal's power instead.
So it's non-combat damage. Less than 4 will deal 4.
We'll have to see if we're doing any combat damage.
If we do bigger than him.
Also, if he dies, you return him to the battlefield transformed. He's a land. You can transform him back like when you can like pay the mana.
Interesting thing I realized the other day. The land is not legendary.
Nope.
So like if you play one and you could use him as a ramp spell if you have 2 of them. You could play him, use him a little bit, and then clone him and like kill the real one, and it would turn into a land, and then you still have him because you got your clone.
Oh man, you can clone to ramp.
Yes.
Oh.
And then if your clone him eats shit, you can just flip the Temple of Power back over and do it again.
That's fantastic. Please tell me you do that.
I plan to. As soon as mine comes in the mail, I plan to do that.
Oh, did you get it from FusionGamingOnline.com using CCO Summer to save 5%?
I certainly did, sir.
Fantastic.
So we've talked giant dinosaurs. We've talked about some like other stuff. Now we're going to talk about finding or abusing some of that other stuff
Yes.
in a predatory advantage section. We're going to start with our one tutor for the deck in reckless handling.
Search your library for an artifact, reveal it, put it into your hand, shuffle, then discard at random. If an artifact was discarded this way, you deal 2 damage to each opponent.
So essentially what that says is pay 2, shuffle your library, put your best artifact into your graveyard, do 2 to something.
Hey, remember we're doing triple damage though.
Saheeli's Lattice.
2 mana.
Sounds dirty.
Yes, I'm interested. It's like fishnets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, anyways, when it enters the battlefield, you can discard a card. If you do, draw 2, and you can craft with other dinosaurs to, I don't know.
It turns into a giant 4 for all the its bigliness is equal to the dinosaurs that you got rid of.
Sure. We're using it to draw cards.
Thrill of Possibility,
Card draw.
Faithless Looting,
Card draw.
Golden Argosy.
Ooh. This is a vehicle. 3/6 for 4, crew 1. Golden Argosy attacks. Argosy? Argosy, sure. When it attacks, exile each creature that crewed it this turn, return them to the battlefield under their owner's control at the next end step. Oh, we would exile what do we call him?
Squishmit.
We exile Squishmit, then when he comes back, we pay 2 so he can damage somebody.
Yeah. And then you get that trumpeting Carnosaur again, and you can discover 5.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
Very
that
cool.
works.
Buttcock.
I knew you were going to say it. It's still funny. Buttcock is, get this, a rare artifact from Champions of Kamigawa.
Oh.
This card, I bet you it's freaking good. I have like a bunch of these that are cigarette smoke stained on the edges with those little black hand gunk marks.
Oh.
I have many of this card that I bought in a collection. Artifact for 4. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player returns a permanent they control to their hand unless they pay 2 life. We return Squishmit.
Yes.
So we can cast it again and restart our combo if we had it on the battlefield and just got value out of it. But then, hey, look we drew our combo piece. I guess I'm going to return it to my hand so I can combo now. That's what this is for.
We have an Eternal Witness.
Ewit, that gets our artifact back from our reckless handling.
Norin the Wary Special in Genesis Chamber.
Well, wait until you see the next card. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, we get a 1/1 mirror artifact creature token.
Oh man.
And
your boy, Norin the Wary.
Norin the Wary. Whenever a player plays a spell, Norin exiles and he comes back at the end of turn.
Or whenever a creature attacks.
Yes.
Oh man, I love Norin the Wary.
Yep.
Goblin Engineer.
That gets us an artifact back from our graveyard.
And it also gets one into your bin. It searches your library, puts it into the bin, then you can switch one to the thing. It's cool.
Yes, this actually lets us turn like our Buttcock or our Golden Argosy into a couple combo pieces that we're going to get into in a minute.
Beast Whisperer.
Creature ETBs, draw a card. Very important to draw our whole deck when we combo.
Cast a creature.
Ooh.
Yeah, not ETB.
We will cast. You'll see.
Sword of Hearthenhome.
This was a weird one, I thought. Like, is this just a value, Hearthenhome?
But it blinks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature you own. Then search your library for a basic land card. Put those...
So you put it on the Trumpeting Carnosaur, swing for 9, get a land, blink it, discover 5.
Yeah, that works. Or... Squish enters the battlefield, pay 2, your dinosaur deals 7 to something.
The old Squishmint gets in there. And maybe he'll do more than 7 because we have a Soulfim Mayhem Dominus.
That is a creature double damager, right?
Sure is.
And you can go Phyrexian Red, discard 2 cards, pay 1 to put an indestructible counter on him.
Yes, and it doubles your non-combat damage.
Very important. We're going to get there.
And the last one is Roaming Throne.
Hey, this is a new card too. Very topical. Ward 2. ETBs choose a creature type. We would probably choose dinosaurs in this case.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dinosaur in addition to being a golem. And if a triggered ability of a dinosaur you control triggers, it triggers twice.
Now, So with, again, we'll keep using Trumpet and Carnosaur. I wonder why it's banned. So you get to discover 5 twice.
Yes.
But if Squishmit does, would you not have to pay the 2 twice? Because it gives you 2 opportunities to pay 2.
Whenever Squishmit of Gishath enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. So that would trigger 2 times.
So you could pay the 2 twice.
Yes.
But you'd have to pay 4 and then you could fight twice. You don't pay 2 and fight twice.
Yeah, it's not fight, it's just deal damage.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's great is it turns like your medium dinosaurs, like your 3/3s, into 6 damage. Right?
If you pay 4.
If we have Sophim and Roaring Thing.
Yes.
But I guess it would turn it into 12 then if we had double damage, double triggers. But 6 damage for, yes, you'd have to pay twice.
That also counts your Rampaging Ferocidons. Whenever a creature comes into play, you're going to take 2. It also counts Ripjaw Raptor, though, and Runic Armosaur, so you're going to draw 2 cards instead of 1.
Yes, and
very cool.
Tranquil Frillback, it counts. You got to pay green, but no, you have to pay green twice.
Yeah.
And remember, if you copy a modal spell or ability like Tranquil Frillback has, you copy the choice that you made as well. Just FYI.
Yes, that's important stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? It might be important to gain 8 life in this case by picking his 4 life thing, because we're going to talk about doing some damage here.
Okay, here we go. Clever girl. This is how the dinosaurs they freaking get you.
Yes, they do.
Get you, and they get you again. And we're going to start with Horny Kavu.
Horny Kavu is probably a Kavu still?
I hope so.
Sure. It's a 3/4 for red-green. When it ETBs, you return a red or green creature you control to its owner's hand.
I'll bet it's a beast. now.
It's probably still a Kavu.
Sure. We have Impact Tremors.
Ooh, creature ETBs, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Outpost Siege.
Same thing. No, to any target if you choose dragons, right?
That's when when you choose dragons, whenever a creature ETBs the other way, meaning exits the battlefield, you do 1 damage to something.
Oh, we're going to have creatures exiting the battlefield. Don't worry.
We have Norn the Wary.
Yes.
Witty Roastmaster.
Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Witty Roastmaster deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Big Perf.
Creature enters the battlefield under your control, deals 2 damage to each opponent, and also you can pay 3 and get all your guys can have big.
Yes.
Yes.
Pandemonium and Warstorm Surge.
Creature ETBs deals damage equal to its power to any target. Each.
Yes. Mana Echoes.
Creature enters the battlefield, add any amount of colorless mana equal to the number of creatures that share a type with it.
So if you have 2 dinosaurs, you, Ryan.
Yes.
And I, Brando, play a dinosaur, you get 3 mana.
Yes.
That is cool.
More importantly, when I cast an Ass Squish,
Yep.
and I have 1 other dinosaur, this is going to trigger, and Ass Squish's ETB is going to trigger. I can stack the triggers to get my 2 mana, because I have 2 dinosaurs, and then use said 2 mana to pay his triggered ability cost to make a dinosaur deal damage.
Yeah.
So this is going to give me free mana. So paying 2 or paying 2 twice, like what you just asked about,
Yep.
is going to be financially negligible when I have a Mana Echoes.
Agreed.
It's a combo card. Who knew?
Repercussion.
We're going to go back to that Blasphemous Act, eh?
Yes.
But also, whenever a creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to that creature's controller.
It being Repercussion.
Yes, sorry. So remember, Askwish is going to get a dinosaur to deal damage to another dinosaur, which is going to deal damage, kill that thing.
Yep.
The thing that is dealt damage by the dinosaur.
Yep.
But that thing that dies is going to now deal damage to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good.
And if we double any of those things, okay.
Yes.
Now we're doubling and then doubling again.
Important to note, if you would double 6 onto the creature to 12, then Repercussion would double the 12 to 24 on the next. Right?
We're getting there.
That's how Gruul gets shit done.
Yep.
Cloudstone Curio.
Uh-oh.
Now, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Are we going to break Cloudstone Curio?
Oh, right here for the first time ever.
Has the internet ever experienced this
No,
before?
nobody has ever heard how busted this card can be. They just thought it was some value bullshit. Cut it from every deck they ever played in. We're going to make you put it back, baby.
I have used this for value. Just FYI. Whenever a non-artifact permanent enters the battlefield under our control, we may return another permanent that shares a permanent type with it to our hand.
Neat.
So when Asquish enters the battlefield, we can bounce something else and then play said something else and bounce Ass Squish. Solve for mana in this case.
Well, we already have a Mana Echoes, but we're also playing Allurin.
Ooh, any player may play 3 drops or less for free.
At flash speed.
Why does it have at flash speed? I never got it.
Because this way it can punish you. I have definitely used somebody else's Allurin to win a game before.
Yes. That's the downside. Well, no, the downside is anybody can do it, right?
Yeah.
So we play our Ass Squish for free because it costs 2. Mana Echoes a trigger, give us the mana to pay the 2. And we have our Cloudstone Curio, which is going to bounce something else, like a 2 or a 3 drop.
Right.
Then we play that 2 or 3 drop, aka another dinosaur. We're going to get mana from Mana Echoes again. So probably at this point, because we've spent 0 mana to do this, we're up 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. All colorless, doesn't matter. Sure. Then we bounce our Ass Squish, and then we play it again for free.
Yep.
And because we're up 5 mana and we get 3 or 4 more mana, we pay the 2, dinosaurs fight over and over and over and over and over again.
It's pretty good.
Now,
if we have an Impact Tremors, we're doing 1, 3, 5, 10 damage to all of our opponents.
Yes. Now, if that isn't enough, if you say, oh, that's a 3 or 4 card combo, or like blah, 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 you only got 1 tutor, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we've got another card here that does an additional thing, and it's called Bard Class. Have we ever played this card?
I think we did once.
Okay. Red, green, legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. Sure. We can pay red, green to go to level 2 on Bard class. We level it up. And legendary spells you cast cost green, red less to cast. This effect only reduces green and red symbols on the casting cost.
So it makes Squishmit free.
Squishmit is free.
Yes.
Now,
from your hand.
It gets even more intense when the creature you're looping with Squishmit is like a Horned Kavu, because Horned Kavu ETBs and bounces
itself
or something else. And if you have a Cloudstone Curio, you can bounce 2 things, and you can get like double or triple ETB triggers when you play all those things again with Allurin. Yeah. So dirty, stinking, frickin' rotten combo.
But let's just say, Ryan. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, we're doing all of this, and we have squishmitting.
And they run out of creatures.
What do we do? What are we going to do?
We would need, if they ran out of creatures, and we didn't have like an Impact Tremors or a Perforos, we would need some way to continue doing damage to them.
And that would have to be something that's, I don't know, like powerful?
And handsome.
Yeah, and maybe really versatile?
Yes.
We might be talking about our good friend, CCO National Light Brash Taunter.
Or his good friend Stuffy Doll.
Yeah, his lesser cousin Stuffy Doll.
Yes.
Oh man, Brash Taunter's so good. 1/1 indestructible goblin for 5, one of which is red. Whenever Brash Taunter is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent, and it has red 2-tap. Brash Taunter fights another target creature.
So good. Give Stuffy Doll a read too, because we haven't mentioned or played that one in a good long time.
Stuffy Doll's a 0/1 for 5 artifact creature. Comes into play, choose a player. It has indestructible. Whenever damage is dealt to Stuffy Doll, it deals that much damage to chosen player, and you can tap it to do 1 damage to itself. Keep in mind that if you have a damage doubler, that 1 is doubled to 2 and then doubled to 4, so it does 4 damage to another creature. When there's a damage tripler, you triple it. Same kind of way. With the Cloudstone Curio combo, keeping in mind, you can bounce the Stuffy Doll back to your hand, replay it with all your Mana Echoes mana, and then pick a different player to use Stuffy Doll to kill them instead with your Squishmit Dinosaur Beatdown combo. That's the deck.
That's the deck. Okay, moving into strengths and weaknesses really quick because I want to go right to the Spice Rum calculator as fast as we can. This deck, strength, combos, beats, controls, mid-ranges, dinosaurs. It's topical, it's new, it's fun, it's funny, and it does big damage.
It does Norn the Wearing thing, and it plays Brash Taunter.
There you go.
Yes.
Final strength could be made on a pretty decent budget.
I didn't even look at how much this deck actually is worth.
The deck is worth $340, but you wouldn't know that because Moxfield makes that hard to find.
Yeah, that is the truth, yes.
Downside, Does it have enough play? This is a question I always ask of combo decks. Once you do the thing, is that enough? I think the answer for this deck is yes, because you can Atali, because you can Dinosaur, because you can combo, because the combo has like 4 cards to make it work. Mm-hmm. It's gonna do different things every time.
Yeah, there's gonna be games where you're swinging. There's gonna be games where you're using your combo pieces for value because you can.
Yes,
which is really
very
neat.
important. If you can get like 6 or 8 damage out of a Perforos, that's probably gonna help you get there because it's to every player, right?
And this is a deck that you don't get to say something like this very often. You're not playing any shitty creatures.
Ooh.
Like there aren't very many dudes or even really cards in the deck where you're going to draw it and say, "Oh shit, this doesn't do anything."
That's it. I'm not playing this deck. If it doesn't play shitty cards, oh no, it's got a blood clock in it.
yeah, buttcock. Well, I don't know. Like, I'll bet you're going to get 5-6 damage off a buttcock.
Sure.
And enable your own combo.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good.
Sure.
Nothing wrong with that.
I got something here. Check this out.
Bounce your own Genesis Chamber so your opponents can't make mirror tokens, then play it on your next turn so you can do it again.
There you go. With the Norn in play, so when Norn comes back, EOT,
yeah,
you're going to get the freaking token. Yeah. Okay. $340. Stomping Ground, Spire Garden, Fabled Passage, Sword of Hearth and Home, because I didn't make the connection. That's going to get rid of $47. You're going to be down to $290 for this. Okay?
Okay.
Now, hear me out. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
This takes out sort of a win con in Atali. How he can like one-shot somebody, right?
I keep Atali.
Mm-hmm. If you lose Atali, Bonehorde, Dracusaur, and the Roaming Throne. Remember, when you're comboing, why do you need to combo double?
Yeah, Roaming Throne is...
At $20, if you take out those cards, you're going to save $62 more, and this deck is going to be right around $230.
And you can use some of that money to put in a Worldly Tutor. I would suggest that should be your tutor in the deck.
There you go. Yeah,
I would humbly suggest that a Worldly Tutor would go a long way in this deck and give you much versatility and utility.
Does Worldly Tutor search for artifact or creature, or just creature?
Just creature.
Just creature, okay.
So it'll get you the creature that you need, including that Cockla.
It's what it's hard to get the Cloudstone Curio if you don't have the artifact tutor though.
Balls is stupid.
Yeah.
Balls
well, depends. I guess like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Do you cut the tutors or the ramp to make your deck kind of how you want it to play?
Yeah.
Go back and listen. What was that, episode 406?
Because you know what the artifact tutor doesn't find, and Worldly Tutor does.
Perforos?
Brash Taunter.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
And Perforos.
Yeah, you know who can just bend a game to his will and bring an opponent to their knees?
Yes.
Brash Taunter.
Yes.
Nice 2020, bud.
Yeah.
Be a shame if somebody fought it.
For a double damage. Take 80.
Now, that feels so good.
Speaking of on their knees,
yeah.
we've had nationalites on their knees for the spice calculator saying, "Hey, Ryan and Brando, how come you don't do this anymore? What the hell?" Right? So CommanderCookout.com in the more section, there's the spice calculator. You can pick up spice calculator stickers. They're on for $1 right now on the CCO store.
Uh-huh.
Super cheap. And you can display your deck's spice rating.
Yeah.
And,
super fun.
And we've got it up here. So popularity on EDH Rec is the first field the spice calculator cares about.
Uh-huh.
Guess how many? How many lists I mean on EDH Rec?
For Squishmate?
Yeah.
13.
30. You weren't actually that far off. 13 and 30 is like...
Between 0 and 1,000, like, it's not bad.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Average mana value of deck, not including lands. It's a dinosaur deck.
6?
No, but I challenge somebody in the nation. In 2024, we will do the highest possible average converted mana cost deck on CCO.
Yeah?
Yeah, and guess what that frickin' deck will have in it? Draco.
You know what else it'll probably have in it? Palak the Worm. No, what's that? That's that worm I hate so much.
Worldspine Worm.
No, there's one that I actually hate.
Yeah.
Joe has it on the screen.
It's not Finger Blast Worm.
That's Celestia piece of crap.
Oh, what is that worm?
I hate it.
It's got Convoke, right?
Yeah. And it's like a 12-11 or a 3-11.
Oh, man. Okay, we'll have to think of it.
Yeah.
Average CMC, 3.58.
Might as well be 6 these days.
Yeah. Uniqueness rating. This is cards different than the stock page on EDH Rec. Okay? So not counting lands.
Okay.
How many cards in this deck are different than the cards that show up on Squishmit's page on EDH Rec.
I feel Squishmit would do what it's doing in this deck, so I'm going to say 22.
It's 36.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And things like Brash Taunter and Cloudstone Curio are on the EDH Rec page.
Damn right he is.
But things like Horned Kavu and Allurin and some random stuff. And we pick different dinosaurs. So
Yes.
36.
Keeping in mind that Allurin doesn't say from your hand.
What's up?
So-
This means cast.
Yes.
Yes. That's how Dream Halls works too. You can cast your commander.
Yes.
Yeah. Those frickin' cards from like Tempest era days, hey?
Right?
Tempest and Urza blocks. What the hell?
What were they thinking about?
They weren't.
Well, creatures were shit back then, too.
Yeah.
Like, people are looking at those cards. Oh, they're so... Like, people are looking at Mana Echoes. Oh, this card was so broken. Well, keep in mind, when this thing was up and around, Mana Echoes, I mean, you would play a Siege Gang commander and fucking die. Because you'd make 25 mana and have nothing to do with it. So you'd take 18 from your own damn mana echoes. It was terrible.
Yeah, because mana burn.
Yeah.
Okay. Number of dedicated win conditions.
3.
Yeah, I get asked about this one lots on like when people ask about the spice calculator. Different ways that your deck can win.
Yeah.
We've got a Tolly to infect somebody.
Yep.
We've got Dinosaur Beats.
Yep.
And we got Combo.
Right.
Those are 3 different ways that our deck can turn you from 40 to 0.
Yes. From alive to dead.
Yes. 3 of them.
From sandwich to shit.
Yeah. Well, from full cow to shit. If you're gonna have like a beef sandwich.
Okay. Like a burger. A hamburger.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Beef sandwich. You mean a burger? Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
Yes, we are Cookout after all. Punch it all into the spice calculator. Oh baby. 77.69.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is not only a spicy deck, it's the return of the spice calculator. It's our annual Gruuling Christmas. T-Magger, big, thick bagger. Thank you for sending it in. I like combo decks that are kind of convoluted and take lots of pieces. We don't need tutors to find them because we got backup win conditions in beating and infecting and just generally dinosauring.
I like decks that beat and play Brash Taunter and Norin the Wary and Decimate and Perf. This deck has everything I love in a deck.
And you know what? It's the Christmas season, at least when you're listening to this.
Yes.
So we hope that you like it, that you had a good year of CCO in the nation, that you're looking forward to our next episode will be our 2023 look back.
Yeah.
And then our 24 look ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have Sidewalk Slams up, maybe now, maybe in early January, along with the new content in January, along with I guess everything else that we've been doing and putting out that people have been liking.
Yeah. So look forward to that. Enjoy it. From Brando and Ryan and Libby and the other guy in the newsroom and all the members here in the nation, Merry Christmas to you and yours. Happy holidays if Christmas isn't your thing. We thank you all for being here over the last year.
Oh, you know what? It's maybe too early to say, like, I hope you had a good year because we're not there yet.
Correct.
But happy holidays to everybody who helped the show this year. And that does mean like Editor Joe and Tyler and Mac and John for coming on and Brando and the patrons and people who sent us gifts. I'm still waiting for that Wayward Swordtooth. Fusion Business Daddies, I guess. Yeah. Right? Pile of Bones for sending us beer, which we will drink over the Christmas holidays.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else do we got to thank or say happy holidays to?
Everybody who listens to the show every week, because you're the reason we do this. You're the reason we can do this, and we appreciate you. And we are going to be back next week with our look back at 2023, a retrospective, if you will, on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!